Hey guys, just wanted to touch base considering it's the end of the week. It's sort of been a bit of a stagnant week with a fair bit of ups and downs for the stuff that we've mentioned and been holding. So I just wanted to run through some of the stocks that we've been holding and waiting on news for. First one that we're touch base with last week that we sort of expected some action this week was Linus Resources. So we'll just start off and have a look at the weekly chart just to show you where we sort of finished off, and we kind of finished off in more of a neutral pattern as to where we were last week with a bit of a doji candle, but up that tiny little bit. Um, I'm not sure if any of you guys know, but the quarterly report is due Monday for Linus Resources, and that'll give us a bit of a financial look into where they're at as of current. So there's quite a little bit of speculation as to how much more further debt have they paid off, and is basically their bank balance growing, which will appreciate the share price. There's been a lot of numbers done based on how much rare earth they've sold and at what price, etc. So we're all really, really expecting that. There was a bit of a sell-off today, what looked like some of a bit of a sell-off, and a fair bit of late buying in anticipation. So we're all sort of looking forward to that. Either way, I don't see it being too bad. How the market takes it will determine the share price. But if you're looking outside of a small term mindset, as I've mentioned before, Linus will continue to do well out of this EV aspect. Righto, so we can see that the daily candle had that bit of a sell-off today, a bit of that pullback from its highs. But in saying that, it's well in reach of that 30-day moving average. So Monday could change everything and turn that back around, or it could even sell it off a little bit further and come down to that 20 before making that bounce again. But we're all looking forward to that report, and to keep that trend going. So I think Linus is in a firm position anyway. So certainly don't sell at this stage, guys. I think Linus is doing really, really well. Next one I want to touch base by is one that we mentioned when it first listed, and that was Titomic. Guys, I get emails again on a daily basis. Some of you I know personally, some of you I don't, in relation to the stocks that you've purchased to our recommendation. One of them being Titomic. As I've said before, it is an additive that's in the 3D printing space that has patents on their product. Being such a new company that's listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, will have a fair bit of research to do, and a long way to go. So it's a new beginning, a new beginning for this story. So the fluctuations that you might consider quite large, we consider quite small. So be patient, guys, because that's what share trading's all about. It's about transferring money from the impatient to the patient. So the other day it had a bit of a pullback as expected, and had a low of about 40 cents. Within 3 days later, we're up at these highs again, and it hit a high of about 45. So be patient again, guys. Anywhere between this 40 cents to this 46 cents is where this accumulation pattern may occur. So they'll keep buying and selling it until they feel comfortable to let the brakes off, and away we go. And all it'll take is just that little bit of news to break this little range here that it's trading within, and for Titomic to take its next leg up. That could be the patent in Australia, the licensing for that. That could be a deal done in relation to their bike frames and a Chinese company that produces these bike frames that they might do a deal in the royalties from. So be patient again with this one, guys, because it's going to be a continual story, and just watch it. Just watch it. The other one is that Perseus Mining that we spoke about the other day. I put this on as a buy. This is a daily chart. I'm liking where Perseus is heading. Again, it's looking at reporting. I'm thinking the report's going to go quite well. I'm liking the trading action on this one. Although it had pulled back to that 30 EMA, it's holding that value quite well. That break of the 39 would be lovely to see it to make its next move up and eventually come up and fill this gap up here. Let's just have a look at it from a weekly chart. Again, as I mentioned to you guys, Perseus is very leveraged to the gold price. So either direction the gold price can make, Perseus will go to it. We'll move with the gold price on the spot against the US, etc. So what we've got down here is the lower highs on the weekly chart again, which is good. So I'm considering that Perseus is holding quite well. I'd love for it to move up here above this moving averages and break past this 40 cent mark to see it continue its climb up, because it has been range trading for quite a period of time, but I am liking this pattern here. So keep holding it, Perseus. At this stage, guys, if you have bought it, I'm expecting the report to be quite comfortable. I do see it fairly de-risked at these prices, and yeah, this could turn into another good trade. Just want to run through one that I have been looking at. It's a new one. We'll just run through it together. It's one that I traded in 2015. This was a reverse takeover at some period of time from a mining company, and what they had done is mining wasn't going so well into this stage, so they'd sold off a fair few of their assets and bought a tech company. Now, the tech company that they bought at this stage around this period of time here, as you can see from the listing date, was a company called Dubber. Now, they're in a cloud call recording space, and basically they sign up telcos with their recording factor and on a cloud scale, and they sort of rapidly deploy this technology across these businesses to help them grow and provide them with a better service. They've recently done a $7 million capital raise at 35 cents. That was done in September on Friday the 22nd. It says that it was mixed between current shareholders, institutional companies, etc., and other people that wanted to come in at the time. It was oversubscribed, meaning that a lot of people put their hand up and took part in this. The share price as of today, if we have a look at this action, is about 39 cents to the 38 cents or 39 cents it closed at today. I'm really liking this candle. It had this nice move up here earlier in June, and it's followed right all the way from its lows of about 20 cents all the way up to 41. This daily candle here this weekly candle here looks really good, and I can see this moving up. To around this sort of resistance level of about 50 cents, so or 48 to 50 cents around this sort of level. So that'd be nice to watch. Again, a little bit of news or another signing of a telco. We'll see this push forward quite quickly. So keep an eye out for this one, guys. Is Dub. I would be looking at buying this. It could have a pullback Monday or Tuesday. Just a little bit of consolidation or support after quite a fair bit of volume today. So I'd be looking at buying this anywhere under the 37 cents mark, and then waiting for that next move up, which I do believe will happen over the next couple of weeks. So this does to me look like a profitable trade, and it will provide the current people that got in on that trade a fair bit of profit. So keep an eye out for that one, guys. Other than that, the only other one that we had been watching from the other week was IGO. IGO, I probably put on that a little bit early, but it is still trading around that entry price level of $3.80 to $3.82. It is waiting for that next level up. Again, these guys are quite heavily reliant on the gold price. They've got their fingers in quite a few different pies at the moment with different tenements and other companies. I do see this trend here moving up around at about the $4.20 in the quite the short time. and then again following these patterns of a bit of a pullback, and then taking off. Again, I said the other week I'm long on gold, meaning I do believe gold's going to continually move up in that forward direction over a longer period of time. Especially around the uncertainty of our dollar, and also the debt that we carried forward, not only here but also in the US. There's still European problems that we see around, and also North Korea never sort of helps. That's going to come to some type of halt eventually, because it doesn't seem like anyone's budging. So that will always push gold prices up that little bit further anyway. All right, guys. So I just wanted to touch base. Appreciate your time tonight. I hope we're all trading successfully. If you're holding Linus Resources, good luck on the quarterly report. I don't believe we're going to need it. If it does pull back, I'll have a chat with you then about the opportunity to buy just that little bit more. This is trading, but we really focus on a good fundamental story, and we believe Linus Resources has that. So we're going to continually trade the technicals the way that they deserve to be traded. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Just wanted to touch base with you guys also just in relation to DSI Capital. We are going to be sending out some not members reports, but an invitation to a short-listed program that we're going to be running. It's only going to be open to about 5 or 6 people. This is going to be a bit of a beta testing phase, so it's going to be a bit of a free opportunity for current members to get in and get some automated trades directed straight to them. But we'll touch base about that a little bit later on. But I appreciate your time, and hopefully next week we're looking at raising the bar and getting into that green and some profit margins. Cheers, guys. Have a good weekend.